We are back, Kill Meat and Friends. It's a very exciting time, one of the most exciting times doing a radio show you could possibly have here in America because bin Laden's dead. We've yet to see the pictures, but the stories are so detailed, and Al-Qaeda's reaction is so emotional. It wouldn't have happened. No one's denying that it actually happened. But, of course, the conspiracy theories are fast and furious because we're just used to that. Since the Kennedy assassination, people don't believe anything. That's why I wish they didn't dump the body, and I wish they would have released some pictures like they did Saddam Hussein's two evil sons. In studio, a unique combination that I'm certain you'll enjoy. Tim Brown, a 9/11 firefighter who lost way too many friends on that day and was down there. And you've seen Tim before. And most recently, Tim, you've been in our studio battling against the mosque downtown.
That's right, yeah.
So I appreciate you joining us again in studio. Across from you is somebody you just met but have watched on TV, Musab Hassan Youssef, the author of The Son of Hamas. His dad founded Hamas, realized this is not a good thing, turned on him, and worked for the Israelis. His dad's now in prison, getting out in 2 months. How does that make you feel?
First of all, it's nice to meet you, Tim.
Yeah, it's my honor. Thank you.
It's a great honor.
Me too.
Yeah. You know, I protected his life by doing this, and I made it very clear to my dad and to my people, your way is the wrong way, and I'm not on that path, and I'm showing an example for the new generation of the Middle East to say no to violence, to say no to terrorism, and fight back, the good fight.
So, Tim, this is coming to us from a bunch of different directions because this didn't happen, and you didn't just sit back and wait for them to get captured. You're all over this. The war in Afghanistan, the war in Iraq, the grabbing Al-Qaeda key figures, finding out why they're going to be tried in New York City, and fighting to make sure they're not.
Right.
So what does this mean to you on a personal level?
This, you know, Brian, last night I was completely stunned when this news broke. We've been waiting so long, and it's meant so much to us. You know, this is like the biggest symbolism of American might and fighting back since September 11th, and we just, you know, we kind of thought it was never going to happen. So we've been on a roller coaster from being stunned to being elated to crying at the loss of our friends and families.
Does it feel like, in a way, Tim, that you're going back to that day? Because
Absolutely.
This is 9.5 years later, and you have little things that happen every year where they commemorate the attack. But now you have the guy that did the attack, and we're seeing the images again from 9/11/01.
It absolutely brings us back, probably more than anything else has in the past. The family members I have spoken with on the phone and personally have all talked through their tears. It's very difficult for us to go back through this again and relive this, but this was a necessary a step in the war on terror. And I was actually very upset last night when someone on another news channel said that the war, we should say the war on terror is done now. It's complete because we've gotten bin Laden, and that could not be further from the truth. This is just the beginning.
Musab, do you agree?
Well,
is it just the beginning of the war on terror? Is this the middle, or are we just about done?
Yes, I believe that this is a continuous war, and it has been there for a long time, and it will not end by killing bin Laden. This is a moment of victory for the victims and their families, but this is not the end, and we have a long way ahead of us.
So you both agree on that.
Yeah.
But here's something else you agree on, and you're going to be surprised by this. You believe that we have it wrong, Musab, when we say that it's only militant Islam that's the problem. Why do we have it wrong?
We have it wrong because we look for enemies in Afghanistan and Pakistan while the enemy lives here on the American soil. I'm sorry to say this. I think everybody who believes in Islam, they are extremists and they are dangerous. And at some point, they're going to be on the terrorist list. If not today, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the day after. And because Islam is a dangerous religion. And it's not a peaceful one. Now, this is considered politically incorrect because people don't understand what Islam is. But over 1,400 years, Islam is responsible for the death of millions of people, Muslims and non-Muslims, and he's sending them to death. And today we need to stand firm and expose the real nature of Islam. President Ronald Reagan, when he described the red danger, the communism, he said the empire of evil. And everybody thought that there's going to be a war. We need another Ronald Reagan to stand and say the empire of evil, to expose the real nature of this empire, because it's going to take over. It's going to destroy everything in its way. And it's already rising. Look at Egypt, Jordan, Syria, the rise of the Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas, unity that we never had before. And what's going to happen next? So we have to work very hard to stop Islam itself.
Tim, that message does not resonate well here with our leaders.
Wow. That is an amazing statement. I know as we researched the clowns that want to build the mosque at Ground Zero, we did find that they were involved in what we call stealth jihad. So that would confirm what's being said. I think that if we can fight the radical Islam here in the United States, it will. I mean, who are we really fighting for? First of all, we're fighting for the Muslim people that don't want no part of it. That's who we're protecting. I've met some Muslim folks here who moved here from London, and they're terrified of what places like CARE, organizations like CARE are doing here. They're terrified of them. So if we can stand up and protect the good Muslims here, then I think we stand a chance at coming together.
Gotcha. Well, Musab, I can't thank you enough for coming in and joining us today. Your book is excellent. It's now out on paperback. It's called Son of Hamas. It's the story and the courage that you showed, and it's going to be a movie, right?
Yes.
So they're working on that. Musab Hussan Youssef, we have to have you back, too, as this moves forward, and hopefully there'll be more captures to review.
Okay. Thank you, Brian, and congratulations.
All right. Okay. And Tim, I want you to stick around. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thanks,
we
Musab.
come back, and we're going to take some more of your calls, 1-866-408-7669. And we're going to be having Congressman Mike Pence joining us to finish up the show. What a show it is. This is Kilmeade and Friends.